Woo.
And we're back, everybody. There we go. Everything's working again.
Huzzah.
Huzzah! Sorry.
Nice.
Don't know what happened.
Technology happened.
Technology did happen. Okay. So. We are all, once again, here. For this lovely adventure.
Trolls in a snowstorm. Yay.
Yeah, so last where we had left off, our lovely group had, just left Flexath after official, business. Officializing, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. After officializing, Thava's rise to chiefdom, aka Seven's sister. Afterwards, Thava promised that the village would be there for them if they needed their help or aid for any future endeavors. Shortly afterwards, they had begun their trek to the Knotted Rise to go and check on Chisel's family after Anmin had informed them that, something within the Rise was going wrong, and that his family had suddenly,
Dropped a number.
dropped in number from around 90 members to 30. It is here that we continue after experiencing an unfortunate encounter with unfortunate phrase timing, within the Greenlit Hills as winter begins.
I'll be honest, I forgot the number dropped from 90 to 30. That's a steep
Yeah, it was
plummet.
it was 87 or 88 to like, what'd you say, 36?
30-something.
So yeah, my family's in trouble, and I may be the last one by the time we get there.
So let's kill these trolls fast.
We begin back within the snowfields.
No!
Seven and Chisel, you two had run out to encounter the trolls head-on, Chisel mainly acting as a distraction, causing one of the trolls to, sort of, follow him, taking all manner of, taking that distraction fully and wholeheartedly. Meanwhile, due to Redwood arguing with his fox familiar Shrub, had drawn the second troll's attention back into their little cave within the hills. We begin with the first troll, said troll being the one following Seven and Chisel. Chisel, your movement speed isn't great.
Nope, it's currently 15 to the
Rough
slow
terrain.
movement and 25.
Now, the beginning of everyone's turn, everyone will need to make dexterity saving throws to prevent themselves from being hit and taking damage from hail. That is another thing that is currently happening. So we're gonna go ahead and have it make that dex saving throw. Okay, it passes, takes no damage from the hail. I will say, Seven, you are a little further away because you ran out after Chisel, and the troll was beginning to make its way in that sort of direction.
Mm-hmm.
The troll is going to take its turn to dash. So it's going to quickly run up on top of you, but that's all it can do, Chisel. Next person up is, in fact, Chisel, and this troll is directly on top of you. What do you do?
Cool.
Go for the knees!
I would actually like to use my Warhammer ability, Impact.
Okay.
Which they would have to roll a...
I believe it was strength.
I believe it was strength or dex, yes.
They need to roll a strength saving throw.
I don't know my DC most because I don't have one.
It would be 8 plus your strength modifier.
9.
Really?
It's a 1.
Okay.
Now, if you said plus proficiency, that would be a
Yeah,
12.
it would also be plus proficiency, so 12 instead.
That would be a 12.
Well, with an 11 on the die and plus 4 to its strength mod.
Thankfully, it still takes damage. Which is... That's probably not going to hit.
14 damage? Is that the damage, or is that the...
No, that's
That's
to hit.
low.
That's to hit, okay. Well, because it makes a saving throw, it doesn't necessarily... You don't roll to hit, you just roll for the damage.
Ow. 3 damage.
Right.
And... yeah, I'm gonna use my action surge. And try to... I'm going to try and knock it prone with my warhammer this time.
Okay.
14, probably not. No.
No. 14 doesn't
Okay.
hit. Okay.
I tried.
That takes us to 7. You're up.
Yee. I imagine how it is of course the troll went for Chisel. Devin also went for Chisel, so they're kind of like it's between Devin and Chisel right now, whereas he takes his longbow. And I'm actually going to go ahead and start that boom that I was given last session to turn the damage and make the damage fire damage.
Okay.
So first, attack with the longbow.
Mm.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, okay. Nat 20.
Okay, first, let's see. So that was a... Okay, yeah, I was keeping that die. I roll another d8 because of the Piercer feat. And because since that was a crit. Okay. I have Hunter Mark on this bow. On this troll. Favorite enemy. Hemocraft. And then 2d6 fire damage.
Give me a second to
So,
calculate this all out.
That's 24, 27, 30, 34, 37, 44,
49.
I do believe.
49.
49?
Yeah. Well, it's at, like... That's how much health it's got left.
Oh! Cool!
You, 7, shoot at it with your bow and your arrows. With all of them making impacts with the troll's flesh.
So, total, since we double damage after calculations, that is a total of 64 damage.
Yes. Hold on.
Eli is calling a hit out on Jared.
I see a red dot on my forehead in the video stream.
Yeah, I may really need to just create one big enemy for Jared to fight. So at this point...
No. I mean, like, for actual Jared.
No, I know. I'm going to get this character Hal later on, though. Okay, yeah.
Redwood gets to fight a bush, but Devin, you have a dragon.
What about Chisel? I missed every
Chisel's
single
suffering enough. Chisel gets to sit down and have a snack.
A fish that's flopping out of water.
Because
Honestly, I do believe
Colossus Slayer
Chisel...
to that yet.
I honestly do believe Chisel would probably save the fish. Even if he's meant to fight it, he would probably save the fish.
Alright. Redwood, I'll be impressed if you can do anything that lives up to 64 damage.
Like, can I cast gun?
So what condition is the troll after I fire that arrow?
Bloody?
Dead. Dead.
Okay, it's bloodied.
It is pretty bloody.
Okay, good.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't it heal like a D10 every turn?
Yeah,
So
but
the thing is,
that's the other thing. You fire at it with these arrows that suddenly alight and flame. You saw that the troll skin from the previous arrows that you had fired was beginning to heal and push the arrows out. It stops immediately as soon as that fire arrow makes contact.
and real quick, I forgot to do so. I did my dexterity save. That's 25
You save.
for the hail.
Excellent,
Oh,
excellent.
I forgot to do that too. I'll just take damage.
No, go ahead and roll. We've got
Go
a
ahead and roll, my guy.
go ahead and roll.
4. I'll still
Take
take
the
that
damage.
damage.
We'll still take damage. Yeah. Where
Just a
is
stinky boy. He can take it.
I have 60 HP out of 71.
you take 9 bludgeoning damage.
I got 51 HP out of 71.
Ah, it's okay. Chisel's a coma build. He'll be fine.
It's a coma build.
I will survive most comas except for fire.
All right.
So, do I have to make a persuasion check with Shrub to do the firewall?
I would say yes, and she will roll against your, and she will roll insight against you.
4.
Well, she could get a nat 1, so make her roll.
Oh, right.
Make her roll insight.
And insight is wisdom. 12.
Yeah, she looks at you and she goes, and she immediately goes and runs out to help the others.
Shrub! We're together! Shrub, it's cold!
It's literally about to meet this troll that's approaching you head on. So what do you do?
Oh, fucking I do what I can. I mean, yeah, I do what I can. I'm going to use my bonus action and ignite Shrub. I found out that does do damage.
Igniting her?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Each creature within 10 feet makes a dex save where they take a 2d6 fire damage.
okay, the troll is going to go ahead and take that dex save. What's your DC for that?
16.
Much better than a 12.
It fails that dexterity saving throw. So how much
Okay, so
damage
it's
does
gonna
that take?
6 fire damage. Just from Shrub igniting.
Okay.
And then as my action, I am going... I don't... How far is it away from me?
From you, 30 feet. From Shrub, 10 feet.
Okay. So that's not close enough for burning hands. I'm not exiting the cave.
Redwood's gonna make the cave his bunker.
It's cold!
That's your only reason for not leaving. What's up?
So, how tropical is the Great Forest?
The Great Forest?
Would they experience winter at all?
They would experience it, but not as heavily as other areas. Mainly because...
Not as heavily as right now.
Yeah, if you actually want to roll some sort of... I will say, if you want to roll a religion check for that, you may.
He's seeing if I'm being a bitch.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Then I'm going to
religion.
cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
We'll get to your thing in a minute. 3rd level, Scorching Ray, okay. Roll to hit, right?
Yep.
Woo!
19,
All those
19,
hit.
26, 13.
Okay, Gab,
13 won't hit.
the 13 won't hit, but the other 3 will.
Yeah.
Burned alive.
Okay. 6, 4, 12.
22.
22 fire damage.
Nice, nice.
And Shrub gets an action. Well, that's required for a willing creature. We're just gonna do a Flame Seed, because that's what she got. That's a 23 to hit.
23 is gonna hit. Shrub don't miss.
Except
don't
when
miss.
she does.
That's also 9 fire damage.
Okay. Okay. So that's cool. Excellent. You guys are decimating these things.
I
Um,
mean, you put something that against two people who can do fire damage willingly, half willing.
yeah, but you know, I still expected it to be somewhat difficult, even without
Oh,
that.
just wait till it's their turn again when I'm standing right in front of it.
Mm.
I'm gonna get socked.
I can't save you.
I'm trying to save you by killing this thing before it hits you.
It goes before you
Okay,
I know.
and me.
this troll that's
In the snow.
this troll that is in front of Shrub is pissed. But since one of you won't come out, and its nearest target is threw fire at it and suddenly burst into a ball of flame, what is Shrub's AC?
Shrub's AC is 13.
Okay.
Yay. I love my child, but she's stupid.
You haven't been teaching them right.
I was trying to convince her to stay where it's safe.
All
But
three,
it's not.
Wah, wah.
all three attack hits. All three attacks hit.
Shrub,
You let her
child.
to the snow on her own.
I didn't tell her to go. She
How
just
much-
doesn't like me.
No, she likes me more.
That's not the right one that I need. Give me 1 second.
Don't kill my fox because she's stupid.
I'm gonna do what I want with your fox because
Don't
she's stupid.
kill my fox because she's stupid.
Alright. With all the attacks, she will be taking 5d6 damage.
Ooh.
That could be enough to down her.
Okay, hold on.
I have a question.
Hang on.
Can Shrub get mortally wounded?
I mean,
Or
much
by-
like
I don't
know.
much like most of you, she can die.
Yes, she can die, but also she's a fire spirit. That's why I'm asking.
We don't know what she is.
Shrub gets picked up by this thing. Hulk versus Loki, Avengers style gets flipped whack by being grabbed by the tail and then lifted up and bit. And she's in this troll's jaws as she takes a total of 20 damage.
How is Shrub looking?
A total of 20?
Total of 20.
5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, so Shrub's gonna die.
Unless you kill it quickly, Casey.
That is
Bitch, what do you think I'm doing?
it's that troll's turn. This troll that is between Chisel and Thevin is going to turn to you, Thevin. You did fire arrows at it. What
Fair
is
enough.
what
No, you
is
fired on arrow.
what is your what is your AC?
16.
Wait, is it moving away from me?
It is moving away from you. So if you would
I
like,
get opportunity.
okay.
Kill it.
14.
Nope.
I cannot hit anything.
This is why fires get so many attacks.
Wait. I have an no. I don't have an extra attack for opportunity.
No,
No,
that's not how that works, unfortunately, no. All of these attacks hit you as well.
Casey,
Uh,
that's gonna hit you in the face.
Oh, absolutely.
really funny when we just hear a whack. sharp,
Whack.
sharp,
Proceeding.
sharp crack noise.
I go offline.
Just get knocked out.
Passes,
Smash my monitor.
fails.
Or with the camera.
Let's not do that.
What, my $30 camera?
How much damage does Stefan take?
Hang on, I'm working on it. I forgot to do the dexterity saving throws for the trolls for the hail, so.
By the way, this is what I meant by I had a cracked camera.
Can't see it.
Idiot.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's broken.
Yeah,
Oh.
this was the camera I was using before.
There's a lot of sixes in here.
Eli? Why are you committing a murder on us?
I haven't done
mean-
anything. I can.
Well,
I
it's
can-
Sevens.
It is
Yeah.
7, but I haven't done
I'm the
anything.
most deserving of
It's
murder on
attacking 7, that's
two
okay.
reasons.
25,
For many reasons. 25?
25 plus
Okay.
8.
33.
Thank you.
33.
How you looking?
I'm at 7? So I need to go wisdom save.
No.
You need to make that wisdom save. I will say, if you recall, we did say you would have it with advantage because
So
of.
that'd be a 21.
So you're fine.
Thank God.
Chisel, it is
Nope.
your turn. You just watched.
Now,
You just watched this troll run over to Seven. You tried to swing at it to get it to stumble and lose some momentum. It does not. The troll approaches, slashes its two big baseball glove-sized hands at Seven, grab him with the second swing, bite into like his upper arm and tear a piece away before throwing him into a bloody mess into the snow. So
Do
now,
I take damage?
from what?
Sorry. The
from the
hail.
hail.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a 13.
You do need to. Yes, you do take damage.
Fuck.
But you only take 5 bludgeoning damage this time.
That's why I'm in the cave!
Yeah, your fox is gonna die.
I know!
I am going to walk over and try to hit the troll, trying to just make him stumble, basically.
Okay, roll to hit.
7,
No.
6.
Well, do you have multi-attack or did you use...
Yes, I have an extra attack.
Okay. 7 and 6 do not hit.
I figured. But I will use my second wind.
You
And
used your second wind, didn't you?
no, I used my action surge.
Oh, okay.
Second wind's the healing one.
Right. Thank you. So
Um,
back of that I forget.
yeah, it's almost useless. It's 10 plus fighting level for me.
It's a lot when you're at 5 HP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It's just 13 HP, so that's back to 59. And Shrub and Thevin take 6 HP.
Nice.
Because Rally Cry! Yay!
Ah.
Ew.
And no more healing.
Okay. Well, can you use... Is Rally Cry something that you can use while doing second wind, or is that your second wind?
It is both. I
It's a
heal,
bonus
and then
effect.
everyone that can hear me heals as well.
Okay.
Correction, hear or see me.
Okay. Seven, you are back in the snow. You have a chunk of your arm missing from this troll taking a meaty bite out of you. Blood is now staining the white. What do you do?
So I imagine like Thevin's in the snow, he's like reeling a bit, fighting back the little kid in the head, like, no, I'm doing this on my own. I don't need you. As he gets up, he hears Chisel's
Boy.
rallying cry, filling him with energy. And it's like, all right, little buddy! As he leaps up and takes another shot at the troll.
Okay, yeah, you did your dex save. What is this? Why do you have plus 11?
He deserves
So-
to be thumped. He ends every
so-
battle thumped.
He probably has a
Quick.
+5 for Dex, and
I do.
of course you do.
So, Seven, could you please describe what happens as you murder this thing?
Yeah, Thevin kind of runs up a bit, arrow drawn, fires it as it sings through the snowy hailstorm, piercing the troll right through the head. And thanks to the family boon, it has fire elemental on it. So the troll just bursts into flames. I'm sure Chisel feels the warmth being so close to it as the troll just burns up into ash.
Honestly, it's a large creature, and I'm
Redwood's here.
just honestly, it's a large creature, and I'm a small creature. I probably barely feel it.
I am actually going to have Chisel to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Kabuki.
I go squish.
Jared, if you would be so kind as to roll me 2d4 fire damage for the explosion of the troll's body. You can hit a troll as much as you want, but I'm gonna make you suffer for it.
that's high.
I
5
Done
fire damage.
anything? I physically haven't done anything.
Not you! I'm going to make Thevin suffer for it and attacking his friends, which is something that he hates, and
Yeah.
getting the shit kicked out of him.
Don't you feel bad? I'm beating this other person. You should feel bad for it. Oh, how bad you should feel. This person is dying. It's your fault. You should feel so bad.
So for clarification, explanation of why I have a plus 11 to hit with the longbow. First,
You
I do have
would
a
be
small-
so kind,
I-
please.
Yeah, so I do have 20 in my dexterity, thanks to ability score improvements. So that's a modifier of 5. Our current proficiency bonus is 3. I am proficient in longbows. Then I have the archery fighting style from blah 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 blah. It was Blood Hunter, which gives me a plus 2. And then I also have close quarters fighting, or close quarters shooting, I mean, from Ranger.
Okay.
So all that just adds up and stacks on itself.
So
Got
he really just said, "Fuck you, Eli."
What are the stats for a black dragon again?
No. Look at Elder Black Dragon.
Elder
Not
black
just
dragon.
a regular.
Yeah.
I remember something about an anti-magic knight.
Don't bring bad blood from past campaigns to this.
It's not even a past campaign. We were supposed to do it last
magic
weekend.
knight in.
Please don't. Actually, please do. I would love his armor and swords.
Chisel, you be the most fine out of all of us.
Unfortunately, for
Yeah,
me,
true.
that would be considered modern day technology that you guys do not have access to at the moment. So, Devin, that's your turn. Redwood.
Next season, then.
Oh,
You
yeah,
s-
before we move on, I do move my Hunter's Mark to the other troll as my bonus action.
Got it. Redwood, you see this secondary troll with shrubs in its jaws.
Rob has healed 6 HP.
Yes, but she's still stuck. What do you do?
With that in mind, Shrub's gonna use fiery teleportation.
You go poof.
Dexterity saving throw, right?
But it's in his mouth.
So you would.
Dexterity with disadvantage.
Yeah, it would be the disadvantage. Okay, here we go. I will say it has a +1 to Dex. What is your
That
D?
doesn't mean.
What is your?
16.
Okay. Passes the. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I read the 3 as a third as something else. God damn it! It fails. How much damage does this thing take?
You go boom.
9 fire damage.
Excellent.
I mean, you stopped its healing for an entire turn.
I also stopped its snack, and Shrub is now 15 feet away.
Great.
That is true. But Shrub now has to take a dex save.
Yes, Shrub does need to make a Dex save.
Ah!
If I have to take a dex save, Shrub has to take a dex save.
15.
What?
Shrub does not take damage.
Of course they don't. I'm the only one that takes damage, apparently.
Well,
Well, yeah.
'Cause
You
you keep-
don't see it coming.
you keep
You have
losing.
big, obvious, visible markers of where the hail is coming.
You
Did you
keep
not see it?
you keep losing the DC, unfortunately for you. So,
I want to die.
all right, what do you do next?
Sky wants you dead.
I want me dead.
What's Redwood doing? What is Redwood doing? Indeed.
Scorching Ray.
Redwood is going to use a mage hand to pull Shrub in.
What is the casting range on that?
I think it's 60
Range is
feet.
30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet.
Range is 30 feet, okay. How much
It's
movement does it get?
It's an action to cast, and where is it? You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it.
Okay. I would say then that the mage hand goes directly after you, like Shrub would.
Okay.
So you cast it, and then
And I have nothing to do as a bonus action because I'm not shifting. Ooh.
I mean, you can't heal anyone? You don't have healing word or something?
Thank you.
Like, there's two very hurt people out here, and just me.
I got 60 feet. Can I hit either of these two Yonhawks?
I would say Chisel is a bit out of range, but you could hit.
Oh, I'm
that.
fine.
Oh, yeah, Chisel's a fine one. We're gonna toss that out at 7.
Yay.
I'm fine with 54 HP out of 71.
Okay, if you're sure. And
Eli's just gonna say fuck
We're-
you, Brian, and just go after me for the next 3 turns.
we're gonna cast that at 2nd.
He has no reason to go after you, Brian.
Take a nice little 8 there.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it. Wow.
Wow, guilt tripping over here.
Say that
Wow.
to the police DPS, why don't you?
All right.
I deserve it.
Yeah, Chisel's fine. What are you talking about?
Troll number 2 is not having a good time. He is mad.
And his snack got revoked.
His
The
snack-
mage hand yoinks.
This snack did get revoked. But he also saw someone casting magic from the hole in his cave.
You saw it the first time too.
No, he heard you screaming the first time. Somehow overpowering the wind. The troll is gonna start moving towards you. Closes in on the cave. What's your AC?
My AC is 16.
Did it move out of Shrub's way? Because that would be opportunity.
Shrub was already pretty far away from it, so it couldn't take. So
Shrub is
she-
currently occupied by being lifted.
yeah.
And I'm gonna cast Shield and bring that up to a 21.
I'm the only one that doesn't say fuck you, Eli. That's
I don't say it.
Unfortunately, because I have to make 3 attack rolls with 2 nat 20s.
Oh,
No bueno.
Why did my dice want you guys dead so?
They don't want me dead, apparently.
Well, it needs to also, because it was still in the snow at the start of its turn, it does need to quickly make a dex save. So it's gonna do that.
Dies from the hail.
it's not gonna die from the hail.
No, it doesn't, because it also gets a nat 20 on its fucking dex roll!
Why do you hate us?
This troll's like enraged. He ain't moving around.
Chisel's got this.
What? It's like 60 feet away from me.
You got this.
I
think it's
move
going
at
for
15
you,
feet.
Redwood.
Chisel's got this.
Ah!
I'll go down, then Thevin will go down, and Chisel will take care of everything.
Ah, yes. Like I always
Chisels.
have to.
Chisel's the anchor.
I'm the one that's keeping this party together.
$60 damage for me.
I'm down.
Yeah, okay.
60 damage! No
it was
one
all-
at our level survives that.
True.
It got a total of 30, and then it like, because of the net 20, it doubled. I wasn't going to count the 2 net 20s, because holy fuck, it wouldn't matter, because at that point you'd just be dead. With a total
Red wood becomes a red stain.
Casey, at full
Yes.
HP, I would survive the 60.
Chisel's got this.
it's literally like, you guys watch this troll come in, it goes dark, and you just hear like the cartoon style, like screaming and smacking around and beating the crap out of him against walls. There's like
There's a Wilhelm scream.
there's like the cartoon indent of like a person suddenly appears on the outside of the top. As
Chisel just cringes because he's somehow able to see it. Just
Redwood, you get grabbed by this troll, slammed twice against the walls of this thing, and it digs its teeth into your leg and kind of does like one of like those dog canine toy grab head shakes with you in its mouth.
I hate to be the rule lawyer, but what kind of grievous wound does he take?
Oh yeah, that was 2 gnats.
That's
Not
right.
just a gnat, but he also went down.
That's right. He did get.
I'm sorry.
No.
Edward gets a wheelchair next session.
No. Thank you so much, because I almost completely forgot.
I forgot we do this against campaign.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
going-
Casey.
Okay.
It's character development.
Character development. My character developed into a stain.
Bring it in.
The
Bring
only
it.
development he has is mist.
Okay.
We'll be back in 1 minute, folks. Just-
Bring it in.
Just figure out what his grievous wounds is, and we'll come back to you.
Roll me a d6, please.
You get a peg leg now.
Well, do you want me to roll it? Well, yeah, obviously on the table here.
Yeah. If you could also roll it twice, because again, that is 2 nat 20s.
That's 1.
You. Okay. You feel its teeth dig into your torso, already injuring the. Adding on to the injury of the ribs that had fractured from the wall impact. On top of that, you feel a portion of your upper arm, similarly to how one would pull down a sleeve. Flesh rips from bone and hangs, ripping muscle and tearing it away, only hanging on by the tendon that is within the arm.
I'm very glad I'm not eating.
Those at home, that's called degloving.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
No, that's the actual
That's
term.
the actual term for it.
Degloving.
Degloving. We apologize for anyone who is eating at home.
You ripped off my arm.
I ripped off a portion of your arm. I didn't rip
You
off
ripped
your entire
flesh
arm.
off my arm.
You can still heal.
That's where my spells are.
That is true. Oh my god, you're right. That is true.
Why'd you have to say something, Casey?
Why'd you have to remind him of the fucking grievous wounds?
Oh, joy.
Okay.
Also, I have been keeping track of what spells are where on what arm because I knew this shit would happen.
You lose a total of 2 spells on your right arm. You will need to reapply those spells onto your arm in order to be able to cast them again, which take an hour each.
I can do that during a
What
long
spells
rest.
did you lose?
He lost 2.
I know,
Yeah,
but
what
he's asking
spells?
what.
There's magic missile is on the upper right arm. The other one that is entirely right arm would be shape water and gust.
Okay.
So,
No, choose between one of those two spells. You now have, for the duration until your ribs are fully healed, you will have difficulty breathing, which means that after long days of travel,
Anything.
I will need you to make me a Constitution saving throw to see if you gain a level of exhaustion. And due to the tearing away of muscle from your upper arm, if you are to use any sort of melee weapon with your right hand, you will do so with disadvantage. So, unfortunately, because you did get 2 nat 20s attacked on you, that all, like, stacked up.
I'm sorry.
We gotta play by rules.
It's playing by rules.
It's
That's
playing by
totally
rules.
fair. But fuck.
That
Hey,
is
at least you now play with a disadvantage like I do.
that is now Chisel's turn. You just watched. You are pretty far away.
I didn't see anything, and I don't know where I am.
You are far away as well. So even if you were to move, I don't think you would get there within a single turn.
Unless if I can double dash with an extra attack, but that doesn't happen.
No, that doesn't work like that yet.
If you wish to find people or determine where people are, that is going to be perception
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, let's do that. That's a 7.
You have no
It's
fucking
today.
clue.
It's heckin' windy.
It's windy, so you can't rely on sight or like hearing. You can't rely on your sight, and you can't rely on smell because it's just the feeling of like the smell burning cold feeling whenever you inhale through your nose.
I actually can do something. I can use my charge for my sight, but I don't know if that's an action or a bonus action.
I would say that's a bonus action.
That's a bonus action? Right? I have to make a dex
yeah.
save as well.
That is right. Dex save.
That's a 12. I fail. How much damage?
Only one.
Only.
Oh, that's fine. That's
Only-
nothing.
I went to 54 to 53.
Oh no.
Yeah, I am going.
Casey got turned from max health to dead in an instant. Okay, you can't complain about your HP depletion.
And missing spells.
Yes. But also, I am small. I can't run. I can barely see. I can only use that as a bonus action, or I can use the adrenaline going through my veins to see 10 feet. That doesn't help me. I am playing at a very big disadvantage compared to missing 2 spells.
Yep.
Do I know which way I came from going out of the cave?
You.
Like, can I just turn right around and run?
Yeah, you can do that.
I would like to do that. And I'm going to dash, which turns my movement to 50.
I will say, because of your height,
And difficult terrain,
it would be difficult terrain, so that would make you down to 25.
which is better than 15.
Yes, which is better than not being able to move at all.
But, so, 25 movement.
So you take your 25 movement, you start making your way towards the direction of the troll and your companions.
That's it.
That is it from that. 7. You just watch your friend get his shit kicked in from within the cave.
Can you
Definitely.
shoot the troll?
Huh?
Can you shoot the troll?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
With another nat 20.
Wow!
It ain't my fault.
Yes, it is.
It's the dice. The dice said it wants this thing dead.
Would you say
I want
trolls
this
have a
thing
lot of
dead.
fat?
Oh, I'm sure they're fatty.
Actually, they're rather thin.
Ben's
So-
been a good hunting day.
Well, it depends on also it depends on, environment, and it is literally winter. and all that fun stuff.
That's
7.
a total of 78.
Yeah, if you would be so kind as to describe what happens as you kill this troll that has your friend in its mouth.
Yeah. So Devin sees this troll with Redwood dangling unconscious in its mouth. He kind of rage comes over him as he runs up to it as close as he can, leaps in the air, fires off an arrow that sparks a blaze, piercing right between the troll's ears as it goes through one ear, through the brain, out the other. And as it kind of catches fire, it let goes of Redwood, dropping him into the snow as it also turns to ash.
This is in the cave. In the troll dropping Redwood. Redwood obviously lands down by the troll's feet, which means the troll will land on Redwood, resulting in a failed death save.
And it's on fire.
And it is on fire. So that
as soon as
so I will not count the fire damage for a failed death save until next turn. We will continue going into initiative. So, troll is dead.
Redwood.
Redwood, it is technically your turn. Your mage hand has been dispelled due to the fact that you are unconscious. Shrub is also no longer lit. But she is
But
outside the
she
cave.
can drag you out from under the troll's feet.
Well, what is Shrub's strength? Because that kind of determines if she can do that.
I bet she's stronger than me.
10.
Ow.
You were betting on the strength of a fox?
Yeah, a fox.
I have a 13 strength.
Alright,
Sad.
what is Shrub doing?
What can Shrub do?
I have a question. If she grabs onto you, would she be able to teleport you out of the way?
Not without fire.
Without being ignited. And she needs
Which-
she needs commanded by her master in order to do so.
yeah.
So literally all Shrub can do is bite the thing, but it's already dead.
So I do have cure wounds. It's just a matter of getting to him in time.
You are before him in initiative, I will say that.
I think
Yeah.
Shrub is just making it to the cave.
Shrub is using her
5 feet.
Shrub's using her full movement. I think what Shrub does is because she is a fox, she starts to burrow in the snow. And starts making you guys see like this little sort of mound begin to form as Shrub begins to dig her way through. And that is Chisel, you're up.
Hi.
So I have the one failed death save from being landed on.
Wait, since we passed his turn, did he make a death save?
I would say that would be an auto fail. So I will, if you would like to make a death save, I will let you. But it would be with disadvantage because of the fact that the troll is also
Landed on you.
it's on fire as well as being on top of you.
Oh, fucking. I don't
Is
want
that-
to
is
be
that
here.
Is that 2 fails?
It would not be two. I will not make it 2 fails.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2. At least it's not a nat 1.
Yeah.
So I'm currently at 1 fail or 2 fails?
You are currently at 2 fails.
Okay.
You,
Okay.
I will
Hey,
say,
Jared!
Yeah.
How far away are you? Oh,
How I did move forward as I went to attack the last
You-
troll, and I had a speed
you-
of 35.
you are in the cave mouth.
Okay. So yeah,
so you are no longer in difficult
rough
terrain.
terrain. Yeah. So I can easily get there with 35 movement speed and do cure wounds. Wake up.
You guys actually tell that Redwood is on his last legs. When Shrub peeks out, her fur is once again white from the cold of the snow. But she seems to be, like, confused, and even goes, "Where are we?" you?
I don't know. So, oh no.
What? This is not the time for this. We gotta get Redwood out of here.
Who's Redwood?
Questions for later.
How can you understand me?
Like I said, questions for later.
Okay. Chisel, are you moving?
Yeah, moving to 25 because it's all I can do.
Yeah, you get to the cave mouth. We're gonna then go ahead and jump over to 7.
Yeah. Runs over the troll's body as it's burning. It seems like, it's burning quick, so he just kind of looks for Redwood, grabs him by the arm, casting Cure Wounds.
That would be an auto up.
It would be an auto up.
That is 8 health.
You are stable, but you are still unconscious.
And then
The
using
moment.
as much of my turn as I can to just get him out from under the troll.
Okay. Roll me strength.
Just base strength. 10.
You managed to get part of him out from underneath the troll, but because he is still under it, he will be taking fire damage until you fully pull him out from underneath it. So,
I need to get resistance to fire damage.
you'd think you'd have some.
You'd
Or
think.
more HP.
That
Not
is
much I can do about that.
Redwood. It is your turn. Shrub is quickly moving in, but she's confused. Actually, no, she's not confused. You guys, like that scene in Brave where the mom, like, she's on the cusp of turning into, like, a full bear, so her eyes, like, become darker?
Slightly dilate.
Yeah, that's what kind of Shrub was going through, where it's like, she was very close on becoming the shift of just a regular, normal fox, but then shakes her head and snaps back out of it, and through chattering teeth goes, "What happened?" As she's shivering and moving her way closer into the cave.
I'm
I'm
fully
going to-
unconscious. There's not something I can do right now.
Nope.
No, but you are currently stable, which is good. I'm
Which
going
is
to
good.
I am going to pick up Shrub and try to warm myself and her at the same time.
You wrap her up in your warmer winter clothes that you were given from Flexath. Move your way, finally taking your way, moving past the threshold of the cave. Everybody is in there. It's cold. The body is still burning. Redwood is still underneath it. You see Seven is trying to work his way out. So trying to work it so that the troll's torso and is not keeping Redwood trapped. Seven, it is your turn. You may roll me another strength check in order to pull him out.
Could I give him an advantage?
If you wish to help him, you can definitely give him advantage, but that would still be a 5.
Yes, please. That's better than a 1.
To not give more deglovement.
Seeing Thevin fail, basically, I'm going to throw Shrub onto the burning corpse and try to help him.
You throw Shrub. She doesn't take any damage from the fire because she is a fire fox.
Fire!
You try and help. You pull. You also grab a limb. You're not really paying attention to what limb, but you begin to pull him. So you get a 5 instead of a natural 1.
Yeah, that's better.
Which is good because it would have been double fire damage for Redwood. We will be rolling a d4 to see how much damage he takes currently since he's still underneath the troll. You only take 1 fire damage. We are now up to Chisel.
Hi. I'm going to pull him out.
Of course, since Devin's helping him, that's with the help action.
Yep, so go ahead and roll.
Strength check or strength save? That's probably a
Just check.
Just to check.
14.
14. Slowly making your way. He maybe need just one more tug before he gets fully out of the underneath the troll. 7.
Yay! 15.
15. Finally, with one last grunt of effort of realizing that this troll's body just does not wish to extinguish any further, you both grab an arm and pull him out from underneath the troll.
Let's up the right arm because I will not be able to see how damaged it is.
Does he feel bone?
You don't grab him by the upper arm. You grab him by the forearm wrist area.
I just had a thought. Chisel yanks the arm off.
I don't think it's hanging on by the tendon.
You grab your friend who is underneath this troll's burning body, pull, and with 3, almost 4 firm tugs, pull him free from underneath it. The fire from the troll's fat and things burning keeps the cave warm, but because of your exertion of pulling him out from underneath the troll, you guys are sweating underneath your furs. It is now no longer dark in the cave, adding an eerie sort of light to everything that's happened so far. You see your companion, Redwood, is unconscious. You see blood coming out from his right side of his torso, and you also see that the flesh from just below, like the area of the shoulder muscle, like towards the very top of the arm, below that for about a good, say like 3 or so inches, the flesh had been torn away and is barely hanging on. There is simply bone and maybe a couple bits of sinew keeping it in place, but it is basically a flap of meat hanging on to nothing as he's bleeding profusely.
Thinking quickly, Thevin is going to take whatever bandages or wraps they have and just bandage Redwood up, kind of like pushing the meat back into place, bandaging up, and casting another Cure Wounds.
Okay, cast your cure wounds. I also want you to roll me another medicine check to see how well you bandage him.
Okay, so
I would
first
like to
medicine
give
check,
him help back.
advantage, and then Cure Wounds healing.
11.
That's 11 health healed.
So, you bandage him up, do everything in your power to keep that tight, and tightening it up, wrapping it fully around his upper arm. You are now in a cave with the corpse of a troll burning, bunch of bones. It is heavily snowing outside. There is hail. You cannot move, especially not with someone who is unconscious.
Once Redwood's all bandaged up, Thevin just kind of turns to Chisel and is like, all right, how are you doing?
Some bruising.
Oh.
That's really it.
Ah, good.
There's,
Good.
there's a big, like, black and blue mark beginning to form on Chisel's forehead, taking a good, like, half of it up, even over the temple a little bit. But other than that,
It's just some bruising.
yeah. 7,
You can't use a mirror.
7, you are still bleeding out because you do have flesh missing from your arm as well. Not as much. You don't see bone, but there's still some missing.
Yeah.
I
See how everyone.
have a question, Eli. Is there a way for me to block the entrance by, like, knocking snow down to make it seem like it's just a hill?
If you'd like, it will be difficult because, the cave, like the mouth of the cave that's been made in this hill is pretty natural. So the
It's
snow's
also hot in here.
Yeah, it is also warm. But you are welcome to try. You would need to
Could I roll a survival check to see if it's possible?
I think it's necessary. I think you can just kind of tell that it all depends on, like, how well you hit the cave wall to make the snow fall over.
That would be a strength, correct?
Yeah, it would be strength.
9.
You
Hey, that's a lot better than what I've been rolling.
you smack into this cave wall with your warhammer, but instead of anything really happening, you just kind of leave a crack in the wall.
Just okay, let's not do that.
Shrub lays on Redwood's body as his breathing has gone somewhat normal. He is, obviously in pain, but you guys are no longer in immediate danger.
Could I try to push Shrub off of his chest?
She's not resting on like the obvious blood spot of his clothing. She's on
more
the,
resting on his lap or something.
yeah.
Right?
She's like doing that sort of cat/dog thing where they press up against you on your opposite side.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now I'm sad.
Um,
Thanks, Eli.
Hey,
what did I do?
dog.
Oh,
Dog.
dog. You all lay there, doing what you need.
I'm taking first watch. I'm the more healthy out of the two.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of us, between Chisel and Evan.
I'll join you in about 4 hours there.
You all feel tired to different degrees due to your injuries. Two of your companions were almost at death's door, Chisel, as you sit near the burning corpse, just letting it do its thing, I guess, at this point, because it's providing warmth and it's not light and it's not killing you guys anymore, or trying to kill you guys anymore. So you watch the cave entrance, you keep an eye out for noise where you can. And then Devin, you do eventually join your companion, taking his place.
Now that
Yes.
I don't actually have to watch the entrance, I'm going to slowly just practice carving runes. It gets my mind off of things.
Roll me...
Sleight of hand.
I would say sleight of hand. With... Since you are using... Are you using woodcarver's tools in specific?
I have Tinker's tools.
I would say you would need woodcarver's tools to add to your...
I
Yeah.
don't have that set.
Yeah,
But
so...
I'm carving it into the stone below.
I would... So roll me performance, but you're not adding anything to it. Except for your performance modifier.
I'd rather do sleight of hand, but performance?
Yeah.
4.
You begin attempting to carve into this with what you've got. It's not great. You think you see a bit of a shape. It's not anything that you can really, like, make use of, though, unfortunately.
I'm more doing this just so I don't focus on anything.
What?
It's a duck.
It was supposed to be a bird.
The night slowly comes to an end. Redwood, you wake up. I'd say you wake up first, because you, once again, slept the whole night through due to your injuries and their severity. It is now daylight outside. Things are moving, things are doing. Creatures that hunt even in the winter are up and at it. But you're personally in pain. You look and you see your arm has been bandaged thoroughly underneath all your clothing, along with your torso. But breathing hurts. It feels like a bit of a stabbing pain when you try to breathe in too much. But you're alive. And that's...
Everyone's alive from what you can tell.
Yeah, everyone's alive. There's like troll corpse that has been turned to barely anything recognizable. But you're alive. And that's something.
Redwood's going to quietly gaze over at everyone, check if everyone's injured. And he's going to start gathering our supplies. Make sure we're prepared to get out for the day. I don't think he starts a conversation with anyone. He's just focusing on breathing and standing upright.
I assume the snow and hail stopped from outside, correct?
It's not like heavily falling. It's kind of one of those nice early winter morning type snows.
Yeah. Since Devin was taking the majority of their watch, at one point, once it all cleared up, he went outside to like check around, scout around, see if there's any other things out there. what the weather's like this morning.
You begin scouting around. Roll me survival, if you please.
Okie dokie. That's a mod 20.
You see paw prints in the ground. Pretty big. Not like the troll footprints. The troll footprints have been covered in snow from the previous day, or from the night.
Mhm.
These are still decently big. Bear-like. You
Right.
take a look around. You don't see a bear in your vicinity. You are basically just in, like, there's no necessarily, like, trees or anything in your vicinity where you guys are.
Mhm.
But bears moving around somewhere. Other than that, you're pretty safe for right now.
Yeah. Seven to know this before going back to the cave, seeing Redwood up and about as he goes, "Ah, welcome back from the other side, my friend."
Yes, it's nice to be aware.
How you feeling? Everything working all right?
I feel like the entirety of the forest just landed upon my shoulders, and I've got fucking splinters up my ass.
That's about right. Is this the first time you kind of had a brush with death like that?
Nothing that brutal before, but
Ah,
this one was close.
Really quick,
hey,
Really
really,
close.
really quickly, there was something I would like to resolve before we continue further.
Hmm.
Redwood, you were unconscious on the brink of death. Your eyes close, and when you wake, don't see endless snow. You see you see a beautiful, not winter, but autumn forest. The leaves themselves reminding you of fire, but gentle, like a warm fire at home when you're making food with family around the hearth. The trees stand tall, biggest that you've ever seen. There are shadows that dance, but they're not menacing. It's more like friendly figures playing a game that you can't necessarily immediately spot out of the corner of your eye. And you observe, as this is all going around and happening, a little fox, smaller than what Shrub was, maybe a baby even, a small cub, darts past. A woodpecker goes off somewhere in the distance, preparing a nest. A
I know where we are. Why am I seeing this?
a large wolf stands, suddenly comes out from shadow and underbrush. Red, fading patches of red in color, piercing orange and yellow eyes looking at you. And it sits by the path that you are currently resting on.
I don't remember you here.
You hear
Who are you?
a familiar feminine voice as the wolf speaks without moving its mouth, but echoes throughout your mind and the space. You know very well who I am. Redwood of the Haven Forest.
Well, then I ask, if is of the primal fire, why are you here?
I should be asking you why you're here.
I'm here because I'm on some bloody fucking quest to stop the corruption, and I am not prepared for that. I am a child. I'm on a mission to do research, not save the planet, not fight evil monsters, not travel across the country. But I'm here because of you. So why?
You say these things in anger and confusion, expecting some sort of reaction from this wolf. Maybe a change in expression, a snarl for someone suddenly acting out towards a god in this manner. Instead, the wolf just calmly stands, begins walking a few feet down the path of the forest, and goes, "We have time. Walk with me."
Better to hear than amongst the trees. Okay, fine. He's going to stand himself up, and he's going to follow after.
You follow after her. The wolf is calm. It doesn't seem to be on alert as you move through the trees. You make it to a cliff that looks out over a Umaria that has yet to be touched by man. There isn't even signs of people moving across the lands. It's even more silent, even considering your time. You see that it is fall here. It's almost like a permanent state of the season in this place. There's a small waterfall that leads to a pond, only maybe like 5 feet below you and her. She sits on on a rock, one of the stones that's directly bathed in sun as she looks out over it with you.
I think some touches what the others not sun.
That
You,
was so low, I didn't hear that.
yeah, I didn't hear that either.
That's good because it was meant to be low and quiet.
She looks out and speaks. I am of primordial fire, yes. But as time moves on, like everything, I change. Like all living beings, we are forced to adapt to the change of our surroundings. You may know me as primordial fire at my base, but you also know me as the fire that warms and cooks your food. The fire that fights off the cold within the middle of a winter's night. The fire that you use to fight and keep yourself and your companions safe.
The fire that burnt my home.
How do you see fire, Redwood?
It is used correctly, used small, a tool. But in all of the worst situations, it is the greatest bringer of death. More than any blade or poison, fire kills without mercy, without prejudice, without judgment. It kills the good, the bad, the loving, the kind, the evil. Fire is a monster. Fire is a monster that needs to be tamed. I'm just one of the monsters.
She looks to you and goes, "It is a force of destruction, yes. But you see the scene shifts from Umaria being a barren waste, like basically a uninhabitable, naturally wild land. And you see different times of Umaria's potential future. Where you guys are now, to great kingdoms being built, civilizations rising and falling, growing in size and shrinking, travel routes of trade coming into existence and then pulling away to make paths for new ones. But it once again rewinds back and stops to where you and your companions now rest and reside in. You see the faint trails of paths traveled beginning to take shape. You see very small plots of places that you have been and haven't been. But one thing is consistent as you see days flow into nights, almost in like a fast forward rate. Every night, a small fire appears in the middle of a civilization, of a village beginning to create life within it. It is more than it's. It is more than a tool. It is more than a monster. You have met dragons, Redwood. Great beasts of myth and legend. Would you consider them monsters? For they have the power to simply breathe and end your life where you stand. But you've held sanctuary with one and learned it to be wise, spoke its language, learned from it. Your companion, Shrub, she is fire incarnate. She may take the form of a fox, but you know what she is. And yet you do not see her as a monster. Your companion Theven, cursed and possessed by a primordial being of chaos from a realm that is not your own. And you do not see him as a monster. You are seeing the angle of fire in the only way you wish to see it. Brian, I will turn off your camera.
I'll do it myself.
Okay, and he's gone.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
You see... You two... I understand where the desire to see it only for its destructive properties lie within you. It is true. It burned your home. It left its mark. But it also made you powerful. It made you learn and adapt. She shows you then, in that moment, as she moves up to a sitting position, turning around to look at the forest behind you, as it suddenly roars in fire, a scene all familiar to you. But it moves quickly, similarly to how the land did below you. The fire sends the trees to ash, the underbrush becoming nothing. But then time once again moves quickly, and life begins to sprout from what is left behind. Grass grows greener. Wildlife begins to return in more than it was before. Trees grow fruit and proud branches. Life returns. She looks to you and goes, fire, more than anything else, represents the cycle of mortal lives. In some ways, fire, like all natural aspects of nature, is the one that is closest to death, but also close to life. We bridge the gap between the two. The gates that you choose to open between that, on that bridge, between those two domains, is your choice. But life thrives through fire. It learns. It adapts. Why, if I'm not mistaken, it is through fire that runs like rivers that your civilization is currently moving forward, learning how to use metal and craft it and make it into more than its base shape that you find within the mountains. Fire keeps you alive within the winters. Fire clears away the old and makes a path for the new. Times are changing, Redwood, and you know that just as well as anyone else. Society, life, the world will not wait, for time is impatient. You can see it as a monster to be tamed, a tool to be used. But let it burn. Let it grow. And what comes in its wake is beautiful. I am fire. A bringer of death. Yes. But a giver of life. She stands fully. I cannot tell you the happenstance as to why you, of all people, were chosen. Why your friends were chosen. That is not something that I can decide. But I do know that I chose someone who, despite their age, despite their past, is wise and is willing to do whatever it takes to make the world better than what it currently is. As you're standing there, Redwood, you begin to suddenly feel pain slowly bloom from your torso and from your arm. You look down and blood begins to seep into the deep green that is your robes. The scene before you begins to fade from a beautiful forest to black. And as she moves away, the scene following her. It is not your time yet. And I hope that in some way, shape, or form within your future, you will accept your role more as just a druid, but as a champion. my champion. She walks away. And you wake up the next morning, tired, in pain. And then we move on back to the present moment. Seven and
It was
Redwood.
too close. It was too close this time.
Aye. Although, it's a little bit more dangerous from here. I've gone to piece of that.
We need to make actual strategies, plans. We can't just keep running into these things, splitting up,
Aye.
and hoping the other ends up okay.
Aye, fair enough. Well, we didn't really have a time for a plan last night.
We have time now. We have days before we reach the mountain, and we have miles of storm ahead.
Roll
You
me,
want to think ahead.
roll me survival, both of you. Chisel your
Yeah.
skull sleep.
That's a 18.
11.
You look out, both of you.
Two.
Redwood, you're still sore. You're on a good deal of pain, and you're going to be for a while. But you don't. So you're not really focusing on what's happening outside right now, other than just packing everything up. 7. You were just recently outside. The clouds are gray. And you think that there might be a storm that is to come, but it's not going to happen at least until you guys get to the riverbank.
We have until the riverbank before another storm hits. We might be able
And
to
you
meet.
better be fucking prepared.
Aye. But also, we can probably reach a town before then, or find a better cave to hide out in, get more prepared.
7.
Yeah.
Insight, Redwood, Deception.
Cool.
16.
16.
Roll again!
Okay.
17.
That's a 12.
You look at Redwood. You're trying to see where this attitude is coming from, but you're met with a very, very sturdy stone wall of a mask of no emotion.
Very
Seven.
cold for someone so hot.
Yeah. Evan just kind of glosses it over as like PTSD from a near-death experience. Like, he'll get over it.
Right.
Like
I'm going
Evan
to
did.
fuck you up.
Evan has been downed how many times? He's kind of used to it.
That's true. Theven has been downed more than anyone else in this group because you have do too much fucking damage for a fight to be fair. Chisel.
Hello.
You are eventually woken up to the feeling of a a bit of a fish from the rations hitting you in the face. It kind of smells, and you hear
It's just
you hear a familiar voice go, "Wake up!
I don't wanna.
Wait, we gotta get moving. Wake up! We're gonna miss breakfast."
I don't want fish.
This isn't for you. This is for me.
I need a drink.
Grub then
Put
moves.
water in the flasks.
Hello.
Good morning, Chisel.
Shrub moves over to you, Redwood, and sits at your feet. Roll me an insight check on Shrub, please.
2.
8.
You
Can
think
I try?
no?
Oh.
You think
I
back?
gotta roll deception for Shub.
No.
No, DM already did that.
No, it's more like you're trying to sort of insight onto what Ithis had stated beforehand. trying to kind of see if you can understand it a little bit more by looking at her, and you can't, unfortunately. There's something there that's kind of blocking that from you for right now, be it pain or trauma from what just happened. But eventually, you all are up. You have eaten, you have prepped, you've grabbed everything that you need. You leave the hovel that was the troll cave with the corpses left behind you. You
Don't
move.
worry, nature's gonna take its course.
I always wondered how they can heal so fast. Did anybody investigate that?
It's fucking
Now
dead.
that you
Not a
mention
problem.
it, Chisel. Well, the thing is that trolls are typically high up in the mountains. And we are way, way down here near the swamp.
You guys had traveled a couple of days before.
I know,
Yeah,
but
we're
still,
closer to it, Emmanuel than
point
the
still
swamp.
stands. They had to leave before winter actually hit to get here, right?
Only survival, please. Anyone who wants to can.
25.
Wow. I am not rolling good
11.
today.
I did worse.
You
Yes,
guys,
but that's the second highest I've rolled today.
you guys sort of think on everything, and for a moment, Seven, you think on, yeah, trolls are typically higher up in the mountains. Not super high up, but they definitely like residing more in their rocky areas with caves and crevices for them to wait for prey to appear. But they're down here, in the open where it's exposed.
Mhm.
You think they were running from something?
That's what I think. Ever since this whole blight bullshit has been occurring, animals have been acting freaky, fleeing, going where they're not supposed to. So now it's affecting big beastie boys like the trolls. It's probably getting out of hand up there.
You think to basically the way the trolls looked, they weren't affected physically in any way, shape, or form by the blight from what you could see during the fight.
It was basically instincts kicking in, like, hey, let's get going while the getting's good.
Yeah, they just saw prey here and were like, oh, great. But they had also clearly made a home for themselves during that time period here, while you all were at Flexath.
Yeah, meaning they weren't planning on returning.
You think on something for a minute. It's not the first time you've encountered something big that shouldn't be down towards the south.
Mm-hmm.
Something is causing them to be afraid and run down here. Something that's bigger than them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that is something for you to worry about in the future. For now, you have a river to reach.
The prospect of a new, just great game to hunt just give them a little pep in his step.
Jizzle slightly lagging behind because he doesn't want to cross a river again.
I will have you all quickly mark down from your rations for me. A total of 3. It takes you 3 days to get back to gets 3 days from where you were to the riverbank. Obviously, being a river that is connected to the ocean on either end, it is very wide, especially because it is separating the mountains from large mainland. But you look and see river's got some areas that are frozen, looking pretty solid. Falling trees, obviously. Nothing that expands the entirety of the river, but it is very clearly... It is passable. It's not rapids, but the current is still strong.
Real quick, Devin's gonna pick up Chisel. All right, little buddy, let's cross this river. Wrap him up in a bundle and just huff him over his shoulder like a backpack.
That's good because Chisel can't swim.
I know. We know this.
Problem. When wearing a backpack, the head of the backpack is typically like at your shoulders. Chisel's head will be barely above the water.
In which case,
I
then,
know
I'll
how
have
to-
to hold
I-
him up. Wait,
I know how to hold my breath. It's just I can't swim.
Isn't some parts of the river frozen over?
Some are frozen over. It's hard to tell what areas of ice are more solid than others. Because again, it is early winter, so like it's beginning to take that sort of freezing stance with it, especially this close to the mountains. You can actually see that the ice is creeping in from the mountains direct like towards the winter expanse due to the natural obvious like freezing temperatures that come from that area.
So what Devin's going to be doing is carefully and cautiously moving across the ice to cross the river.
Throw me.
Not yet. If I
Could
fall, I'll throw.
Could I potentially enhance some of that with shape water?
That
It
does
allows
allow
me
you
to
to freeze.
It allows me to freeze 5-foot cubes at a time.
What's the range on it?
60 feet, I think.
30.
30.
Okay.
Redwood could be right behind me as we walk, kind of following Devin's lead.
1 second.
Make sure the ice we're stepping on is not too thin, creating these little 5-foot sheets that he can.
That's not it. That's not what I want. Hold on.
Oh no. I heard water noises.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Box hero.
That's a good song.
Also, Brian, it was hilarious the fucking faces you were making during that explanation. Just like, do you see Brent Devin as a monster? Maybe.
Just Just do you count the dragons who can breathe and kill you as monsters? Just yes. Just very much
They're in the monster manual.
They're in my grandfather's book. Also, when have you met a dragon? Or is that story-wise?
That's story-wise.
Thing is,
Okay.
what caused the fire?
Redwood?
Possibly, but also possibly a dragon.
No, I think it's more Redwood. That's why he's so terrified of it. Because he accidentally caused everything that happened.
Or the dragon.
Or the dragon.
Like 2 birds, 1 incident. Or the fire caused Redwood to be fire mage.
Hold on.
Or it's
Why?
completely unrelated.
Why?
I quiet on set.
I did like seeing people's reactions as soon as Eli said that you held court with a dragon, and both of you, huh?
I always try to go through my memory. When did we meet a dragon?
Yeah, because I know we have not met a dragon. That's something that's in backstory land right there.
Or we could have met a
that's not-
dragon.
Oh, that's bad to see the jukebox come up and it says River of Blood.
I'm sorry. What? Oh!
Laughs an evil DM.
Oh boy.
It's also not playing any audio.
It is. It's just... It's at a quiet spot right now.
Mm-hmm.
It says 0 out of 0.
I have 30 out of 10.
Refresher roll 20.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I hear it.
Wait, were you playing stuff during the whole monologue?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was entirely quiet, and I thought that was intentional, like give it dramatic poise.
No, there's
No.
music going on in the background.
That's why I was just jamming out to it.
Anyways. The river is fast moving, yes. But it's also pretty deep. 7, you wade in through chest deep water. And you are you are a little bit over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, but didn't I say I would be looking for the solid pitches of ice?
Yes, but you are still needing to wade through regular water to get there. You can't just
Okay.
jump from ice pick to like from ice to ice to get there.
Okay, I didn't know how far away they were.
Now you do.
Hey, Casey, do you have
Yeah, we
long
do.
strider? Or jump?
I do not believe he does.
Let me double check. I have so many fucking spells.
Because honestly, casting jump on yourself and transforming into, let's say, an elk, that's quite a far jump.
Well, I would have gust.
Not
I have expeditious retreat.
the
No,
same.
that's more movement.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Jared got brighter.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm checking. Should I have it?
I don't have anything. I don't have to check.
I don't have.
Nope. The only movement spell I have is expeditious retreat and pass without trace.
I just have 3 spells.
I have
Your
one magic
wounds.
item.
Hunter's Mark, Fog Cloud.
Longest strider is typically a stupid spell.
Not in this scenario, but
It gets you
unfortunately.
10 feet of movement.
That would be great!
You all
Not all of us have little legs.
begin to move. Devin, you are the first. You have Chisel on your above your head. You're holding him in this swaddle. This is gonna be very interesting.
And like before, there is just a single piece I can pull to undo it quickly, like before.
Okay.
Just
Not let me
clarifying
drown
that.
you two.
You begin moving. Do you see from a distance that there is a waterfall that comes in from a series of cliffs? I'm going to need everyone here to quickly make me a dex saving throw.
Would I have disadvantage?
You wouldn't have to make it because you're not on the ground or anything.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're lucky I got 25.
Very. Redwood?
I keep trying to reload roll 20, but it doesn't like me.
Ah.
Dex save?
Yeah.
Nice.
I need Shrub to roll me one as well.
Can I say I'm
Give me a
holding
second
shrub?
to load it, shrubs.
The shrubs in the swaddle too.
We're both swaddled up.
19. Okay.
19.
You all feel the ground suddenly rumble. The water seems to rush slightly a little bit due to this rumbling. 7.
Mhm.
And you hear the sound of something big fall away. The waterfall that was once frozen, the ice that was keeping it packed, breaks and falls. Water that was held back by this ice comes rushing in from the mountain,
Alright.
flooding the river slowly.
Quit or be crushed.
And that is where we shall end today's episode.
Oh boy, on a cliffhanger of sorts.
Yes. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for and everyone in between, for watching this episode of Chronicles of Umaria, Part 1, Chapter 1, Shadow Falls. Join us next week, Tuesday, 6:30 EST, 6:30 p.m. EST, to see what happens next to our companions who are unfortunately in the center of the river. Please, please, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, subscribe to our YouTube channel. For closer we get to 500 subscribers, closer we get to monetizing this and doing this for you guys full time. Along with that, please follow us on Spotify and Instagram, and we will see you next week. Goodbye!
Yeah.
What?
Goodbye.